listening to Opinions and Beer.
Stone Cold Steve Austin knows that the Opinions and Beer podcast exists in this world. And opinions and beer. Two guys and another guy will never happen again. Hello, everybody. We are here. It's Opinions and Beer. We've got our guest here from Mortal Kombat. It is Kung Lao. How you doing, Max? We got Max here.
Thank you. I'm great. Thanks for having me.
It's so awesome to have you on. This is Opinions and Beer. We don't, funny enough, we don't talk enough about beer. It's just that's sort of just like an
talk
extra.
More about our opinions of everything else, and then a little bit of beer talk.
Honestly, I could use a beer right now.
Yeah. The whole beer thing is that our show actually has a storyline. It has a fantasy storyline where we are traveling the world via podcasting. And we're trying beers from fantasy places, whether it's Mortal Kombat worlds or Trimmers or wherever, whatever. And we're trying to find the perfect recipe to put in Michael Jai White's brewery. Because Michael Jai White has a brewery and he doesn't know how to make beer.
Oh, he does?
No, he doesn't. That's the storyline, though. That's the gimmick. That's the storyline.
You guys should definitely come to Germany and try some of our beers here.
Heck yes! Yeah. I was going to ask you about that. You're in Germany now. You live in Germany.
Yeah. Yes. From Germany, and I still am here for so many reasons because of the pandemic.
Yeah. I know they're pretty strict over there in Germany with was that Regensburg, right? A lot of their beers are brewed are they still?
Yeah, my auntie lives in Regensburg. It's just an hour from where I live. But,
okay. I didn't know if that rules were applied through all of Germany of like the strict how to brew beer, or if it's just that area.
I mean, where I come from, which is Bavaria, it's kind of strict, I think, because it has such a long history and it goes way back with the history of brewing beer. So I think it's probably the most strict area within Germany that you can find when it comes to beer. But it tastes very good, and especially the local brands, like people don't know about, like the very small ones. Wow, they make fantastic beer.
What are some recommendations if anyone's ever in Germany?
There's a brand that comes into my mind right now. It's called Gruner. And that's from where I live. It's close to Nuremberg. I'm in Nuremberg.
Okay.
So you guys should check out that. That's it's a local brand. It's pretty good.
Heck yeah! I bet they don't have French Toast beer.
That's exotic, guys.
Yes, we have. It's a French Toast Stout brewed with vanilla, maple, eggs, I guess, cinnamon, nutmeg.
It tastes very much like French toast. It's a good over here. It's 10 in the morning here, so it's a good breakfast beer.
Oh yeah. Yeah, guys, where are you guys? I don't even know.
We are in the Houston, Texas area.
Texas, okay.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, everyone knows Texas. That's good.
In some way or fashion.
Yeah. I think Makad Brooks, who also is in Mortal Kombat, he's from Texas.
Yeah, I think he's from Houston. I think so.
Yeah.
I believe so. Pretty awesome. Yeah. Obviously, we're doing this whole Mortal Kombat thing. You are our fifth Mortal Kombat character. We're trying to collect them all. We're trying to collect them all. Not in the movie, but like you're a second from the new movie. But overall, as far as Mortal Kombat related guests go, because we've had Michael Jai White, who's obviously our mascot, and he played Jax.
And what was that?
In Rebirth?
YouTube series only?
Yeah, it was like a Machinima made it. Yeah. And then we had Joel McHale, and he voiced Johnny Cage. And then obviously we had Cabal on just recently, Daniel on, and Sub-Zero from the original game. No, from the third game. And now we have you.
Sub-Zero, but not Joe, right? Someone else?
No, from the game.
Yeah,
He-
like
he-
the guy
he-
that voice act was
the
the, voice
motion
actor and the
capture.
motion capture.
Yeah, the motion capture for the actual Mortal Kombat game. I thought that was pretty cool. You play Kung Lao in the current #1 movie in the world. What's the fan reaction been like so far?
Oh wow. It's been overwhelming. I mean, in my case, it has been 100% positive reviews for Kung Lao, and I'm so like I don't know what to say because it's a feedback that kind of tells me I must have done something right. You know?
Oh yeah, Kung Lao was a very badass character. Yeah, like I really yeah.
Yeah, so the couple last days have been quite exhausting also because everything is happening online, right? And I'm
Yeah.
constantly either on my MacBook or on my phone, and then I have to check like what's going on. And also we're #1 on the box office. So man, so many things that are great, and yeah, very thankful and grateful.
Yeah, and that's a big thing. I mean, we're obviously entering not a completely post-pandemic, but we're entering this post-pandemic. Obviously, Godzilla and Kong has knocked open that box office door back open, and you guys are following right behind, being #1. So that's a pretty big deal.
It is.
Kind of you guys are the mark of start of normalcy.
Movies returning.
Back to normal.
Oh man, 2020 was so bad for movies. Just everything was postponed. I wouldn't surprise me to find out that Mortal Kombat was supposed to come out in 2020. I don't know if it was. It probably wasn't. But if you told me, oh yeah, we're gonna release it 2020, but blah blah blah, pandemic. I mean, that would sound about right.
I'm surprised, that we that people can right now actually see it in the cinemas. It's amazing. Like just when everything started to reopen in the US, we found
It's like a lot of us watched it on HBO Max, That's how I watched it.
To be honest with you, I haven't seen a movie on a big screen yet because here is closed in Germany. So, and even we don't have HBO Max. So that's
Oh god, yeah.
So
At least you were
early
part of it.
also a version, but that had like a big watermark.
Oh yeah, the whole property of Warner Brothers or whatever.
Yeah, so you couldn't really enjoy it, right?
Yeah.
So that's
I only watched it on a 32-inch screen, so
Yeah, we were really. I mean, you are obviously one of our top 3 best characters in the movie. It's like you, Cabal, and Kano really were like the standouts for me.
really.
Yeah.
And so it's really awesome to have you on. Are you a gamer at all? Did you ever play the games?
I did. Recently, of course, Mortal Kombat 11, and I used that game also for research of the character. Pulled so many moves from the game, and it really helped. But frankly speaking, I think normally I don't have that much time for gaming, or maybe I'm just not
I would imagine.
once in a while. I think it's fun to relax and just shut off your mind, just like enjoy gaming.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons why I enjoy it. Just you get lost in a game, a good storyline or whatever.
That's right. I think in recent years, the cool thing about gaming is the storylines. At least for me, like
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. See, they're up there with like the same tier as the storylines being told in movies now. Like that used to not be the case.
exactly. It's almost like a movie experience. Also with Mortal Kombat 11, you kind of follow the storyline as you go, and it's good. It's good.
Did you do you play a lot as Kung Lao?
Really?
Only Kung
Only.
Lao. Only
Yes.
Kung Lao.
If not before, then now he can't play as any other character.
Yeah, I guess it gets weird. Oh, you just murdered me. It gets weird when that happens. Oh man.
Or you're playing with a friend and someone else chooses Kung Lao and you're like, no, bro, obviously I'm Kung Lao.
That's funny. you have a lot of really cool scenes in this. Obviously, you're one of you help train these new people that are coming to learn about Mortal Kombat and whatever and whatnot. You have one of the coolest fatalities in the film against the Nitera. What's her name again? Nitro. She was in Deception, wasn't she? She was in a weird game.
She was only in Deception, I think. Actually, she was not in any Mortal Kombat before or after, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
In Kombat games, yes. I'm not sure which one though. But
what was that like filming that fatality?
Yeah.
Oh man, it was like a real experience because everything, like me myself, I was covered in this fake blood, and I had this, open split body in front of me all the time. Yeah, it was pretty bloody, and overall I had a good time also with the actress who was playing it, because we both like we had to laugh at some point because like there's the fake body basically split open, and she and me were looking at it like, oh my god, what is that?
Yeah, like in the movie it looks perfect and gory, but while you're actually filming it, it's just like you said, almost laughable. Like the prop itself.
It is because yeah, it's out of this world, obviously. So
Fake body. I use real bodies in my scenes.
Yes, that's why we don't show any of your scenes. Adam, those are called snuff films.
We used real blood.
wow,
You can't do that.
So that seems pretty intense. What scene was the most difficult to film?
Oof. Wait, let me think. Apart from the fatality, which I think was okay to film, I think. Let me think. Probably the fight that I have with the character Cole. There's a little training montage kind of thing where Kung Lao fights against Paul Young, and we had to do it within 1 or 2 days, I remember, and it was quite exhausting. So we had to all fill it in with that short amount of time. And I'm like, the thing about me and how I used to work is I'm like perfectionist, right? So I want to really get it right. So especially when it comes to the action. So every time after one take, I would go in front of the monitor and I would be like checking the replay, and okay, let's do it again.
Yeah.
Until the director was like, okay, we have to go on. But that's kind of like the working mentality I have. Just sometimes do like 20, 30 takes. I don't care if I'm tired or not, because I think I want the end result to be outstanding, because film lasts forever. Pain is just temporary. So
yeah.
That from a young age has been integrated into my mind, that always give your best, because people will see it, people will judge it, and at the end of the day, they don't know if you spend one day for doing this or a whole week. They don't care. They want to see something that is great and is fun to fun to watch, and they want to enjoy the experience. So yeah, servicing the audience.
How long did it take for you to learn to be able to throw a hat so hard it stuck into a wall?
20 years.
20 years. Been working on it.
Doing it since I was a kid in my room,
Yeah,
I assume there's a boomerang in that.
Since whenever he was a young kid and he got his first bladed hat.
That hat was made in Australia, I can tell.
Look, is it because it comes back to you? No.
No, but it was a process. It took some time to get used to the hat, because the hat kind of has its own story.
Yeah.
A lot of It's,
Oh man, and your entrance was probably one of the best in the whole movie. Like just straight from the game, right out the floor. Oh man, one of those moments where you're just watching calmly, and then you bust out the floor, and it's like, yeah.
Yes, no. Thanks to Simon, the director, because on the day of shooting that entrance scene, we didn't have enough time to do it, and so Simon looked at me and he was like, "Okay, let's add another extra day, just because I want it to be good. Like when Kung Lao enters, the movie first time, it has to be big. It has to be spectacular." So I really appreciate that, because otherwise it would have been maybe just okay. But
You walked into the room calmly,
yeah. So that was great, and there's no why in that shot. It's all me jumping. Like, yeah, I'm kind of happy with that.
Oh yeah, it looks great, man. Yeah.
Is there any possibility we're going to be seeing zombie Kung Lao in the future?
Dude, I just.
Mhm.
Oh
Go
no,
on.
no, you're more important. I didn't mean to interrupt you. You go.
All right. Yeah, I personally speaking, I would love to see zombie Kung Lao or any kind of Kung Lao, because why not, right? And I think the fans, I mean, hopefully they think the same. So
Heck yeah.
Like what I was gonna say is I just remembered that was a story arc. What was that, Deception, where like all the
But they do it. They
characters?
do it again in. They do it again in 10. He's like it's like a big thing where he's like this like the dark Kung Lao, soulless Kung Lao.
Oh, is it just Kung Lao in 10?
But
Because
they do it in
lot
Deception.
of them.
They do it in Deception, and then they do a reboot. 10 was
Was
9
10 a reboot of
9 was a reboot.
Deception?
Something was a reboot, and they do it again. Damn it!
I believe you.
last iteration of the game, he comes back as a zombie Kung Lao.
Yeah. Zombie Kung Lao.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome stuff. Which means we can see him more. But spoiler alert, everybody. Spoiler alert.
If you listen to the movie, death is but another portal and stuff like that.
So that means everybody comes back.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness, it's a damn Avengers movie.
And one of my only complaints from the movie is that Kung Lao dies. Like, I get that, like, someone had to die. Someone on the good side has to die. It can't just be like a whole movie of the bad guys dying, because then it's like nothing's at stake and it's not dramatic and it's not traumatic enough. You really need drama. So Kung Lao had to die, or someone good had to die. But I think they should have introduced characters literally as just canon fodder to die, so Kung Lao didn't have to.
I mean, what a shame, right? But
Yeah.
someone from the good guys has to go to in order.
But then again, that wouldn't have been as dramatic, because the whole thing was the drama comes from Kung Lao being Liu Kang's cousin, and so it's it's very dramatic for Liu Kang that Kung Lao dies, and if it was just some random character, Liu Kang would have been like, oh well, he was dispensable anyways.
Oh, that's true. I mean, it kind of moves the story forward, and also gives Liu Kang that motivation to take revenge on Shang Tsung, right?
Yeah, just shame Kung Lao died. I guess that's my point. Yeah.
Throughout the games, Kung Lao is always the guy who dies.
I know, right?
And I'm tired of it. No,
he dies to fuel Liu Kang's ray. Like, oh, my friend died.
Like in every movie,
he's like the best friend that
or
dies
Mortal Kombat story.
and makes Liu Kang try that much harder.
Yeah,
for revenge.
He's Mortal Kombat's Goose. That was a Top Gun reference. I don't know if you got that.
But yeah. So I don't know if it's going to be the same. But what was your most memorable time on set?
Oh man, like there were so many moments that I enjoyed, especially with this amazing cast and crew. We all had so much fun. Like, we really grew together as a whole family, MK family. We would go out to dinner and have fun together, and yeah, it was amazing. So I can't think of any particular moment, but there were so many of them, and the whole time and overall it was amazing. I made so many, I think, friends for like lifetime, right? So yeah, it's been a blast.
So I mean, this is a I don't know if this is technically a big budget movie. If they consider it a big budget movie. But, a lot of people we've interviewed say that big budget movies, they don't have that family vibe that smaller budget films have. But so far, talking to like a lot of the talking to other people in the cast and stuff, they really seem like it had a small budget vibe to it. Would you say that?
Um, well, I don't know the exact number, but I think it was somewhere between like around 50 million or something. So in terms of budget, that probably is like a medium budget. It's not a low budget, but it's
kind of there's definitely no indie film.
Well, yeah, no, I mean though, like the attitudes on set are have that family connection that like a lower budget film would have, where everyone's connects well.
No, on set is still it feels like a big budget movie, but I don't know. I would have to see how it is on the next one. Like, if we get 200 million, I can tell you how it was.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's like I kind of get where you're coming from, but like with whole maybe the bigger budget ones have more of a corporate feel.
That's what I'm saying. Because a lot of people we've talked to, like Michael Jai White, says he likes to do smaller budget films because he feels more connected to the people on set. Where he does a big budget film, everyone's kind of standoffish. They're in their own trailers, and they're not really talking. And
they're here to get it done. And
it's probably like, I think even if we had 200 million, for example, we would have still had the same working attitude, because in the end, it's not so much about the money, but about the people that you're working with, right? So if we have fun and enjoy to the filming process, then I don't care if it's a low budget or a big budget movie. So
like the budget isn't a contributing factor to the chemistry between you and your coworkers and everything,
where you're coming from. So I have to say, like, and I would have I was expecting something like this to happen when I first got the part. I was thinking, oh my god, in this iteration, there are so many, like, first of all, Asian actors of the same age as me, and they all know martial arts, and we kind of somehow fit into the same category, maybe. So I was a bit worried before I met them that, oh, maybe this will be a elbow kind of thing where everyone wants to be in the spotlight, right? But it turned out to be the exact opposite. Like, there was really no such thing as a big ego and trying to be like the number one guy, And I think maybe that's also because we are all, like, we do have a lot of I think big names, like, for example, Hiroyuki Sanada, right? He's like a veteran of the cinema movie history. But then we also have younger actors, for example, like me, that you could say I'm a newcomer, maybe something like that. So I think because of that reason, also we have that, like, you feel that humbleness overall, and a great working attitude from all of the actors. It was really easy to get along. Yeah. And that's what I enjoyed the most. I don't want to imagine how it is to be next to like an A-lister, and then
obviously you've done a lot of stunt work. A lot of people on the Mortal Kombat set have done a lot of stunt work. A lot of them are, originally stunt actors or do a lot of stunt work. Who impressed you the most on set?
In terms of like their physicality, or
Yeah, there's their abilities in general. Their overall performance. Who impressed you the most?
I think I have to make sure I don't say anything wrong, right?
No. Top three. You can.
First of all, he impressed himself the most.
Come on, guys. No, I think every one of the actors in Mortal Kombat, they all do have their own strong points, like standout points, and so they all did impress me. And there were so many times when I feel that, oh, shut that off.
I know you,
Yeah,
motherfucker.
so unprofessional.
You motherfucker.
No one ever calls me, so I never thought I'd have to turn off my ringer.
Oh my god.
Michael J. White on the phone, or
Hmm?
is it Michael J. White on the phone?
Oh yeah,
Maybe.
Odd answer to that one.
No.
Yeah. No, they all did impress me with their different kind of skills. And to be honest, like we have some of the actors who have no martial art experience at all, and they really, I think they had just like 2 months, 3 months of preparation time, but they really put in the work, and this is something that I really respect, because they give it their all. They give it their all and their best, and yeah, it's impressive, and they look good on camera.
So, at the end of Mortal Kombat, they teased Johnny Cage for a potential sequel. If a sequel gets made, they have teased Johnny Cage. I have a list of 3. I'm gonna name these people off and tell me who you would like to be Johnny Cage.
Fun
There's
one.
3
Okay,
people.
let's go.
We have, and these people are suggested. We have Ryan Reynolds, Sean William Scott, and The Miz.
I go with number 1, Ryan.
Oh
Reynolds.
yeah, I was thinking that too. Like Ryan Reynolds playing that role never crossed my mind until
Yes, it
someone else
does.
posted it.
He does it all the time. He's Deadpool. Damn it, that's 2.
Yeah, he's Deadpool.
I
That's
feel
nothing
it's
to
2
do
on the
with Johnny
money.
Cage.
It's 2 on the money.
Anyways, point is, I never thought of it myself, and when someone was like, "Oh, Ryan Reynolds should play it," it's like, "Oh yeah, that would be perfect."
A lot of people want The Miz.
Who would you guys pick?
I want Sean William Scott.
Only because that'd be like a comeback for him.
A redemption from Bulletproof Monk. He already did he already did a martial arts movie. Now he could do this.
What was it, like 2003 or
Exactly.
4?
I think Sean William Scott. I like Sean William Scott. I need him in more movies.
Also, but The Miz, that would be his like breakout into the movie industry.
Well, someone did do a fan art of The Miz as Johnny Cage, and
it looks a lot.
it looked
yeah,
really good.
when it like you just look at The Miz and think about his personality, and it's very Johnny Cage. Yeah.
Yeah, I think though Ryan Reynolds has what it takes to play.
Think about Ryan. One aspect of Johnny Cage's character is he has this like almost undeserved ego. Like he's just like a
Stifler.
Well, let me finish.
Oh
My point
God.
is, Ryan Reynolds, the only thing about that is like, no, his ego's too deserving, So, like, he doesn't come off as like dumb because no, Ryan Reynolds is so awesome, he deserves that ego. But like, The Miz is, both those other two would make more sense.
Okay. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see.
Okay. Moving on. You are part of Jackie Chan's stunt team, right? Is this correct? For the last 10 years, what has it been?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
What's that like? Look, this guy hates Jackie Chan, but I love Jackie Chan.
I don't hate Jackie Chan.
You
No.
criticize him.
Yeah, okay. There's a difference between hating and criticizing.
Jackie Chan. I can't talk to anyone who hates Jackie Chan.
You see what you're doing? I never said that. I love Jackie Chan. It's just also
Okay. Yeah. No, but what's it like working with Jackie Chan on the stunt team?
It's amazing. It's an amazing experience. It's almost like as if you would go to film school, because you along the journey, you learn so many things about just filmmaking in general, not only about action, but also I think he emphasizes a lot on making his entourage, like the Jackie Chan stunt team, become like good people in the first place, and he also picks people that he would think would fit into his kind of world and what he the values that he expresses. So the first number one thing for him is, you have to have a good personality, good character, good attitude, and then skill obviously is important, but that comes secondary. So yes, it's been a long time. It's been almost 10 years, and oh my god, we did so many films and stunts. Like, it's crazy. A lot of times I had near death experiences because
all worth it.
obviously it's a dangerous job, but I really much enjoyed it, and it gave me the entrance and a good start into the film industry. So I'm very thankful, and like I can really say that Jackie has, like, all I know about action filmmaking I have learned from him. Like, he has been such a great teacher. So hopefully I can use all of these that experience and skills to in the future make some good action films. That's what I want to do.
Okie dokie. Well, looks like we are getting the nudge. It was awesome to have you on the show. We can't wait for more stuff to come from you. Obviously, I can't wait for the upcoming you're in that Jackie Chan and John Cena project that I'm pretty excited about. Really excited for that.
Yeah, I heard
and
about
then
that.
obviously you have this music going on with the you have this song blah blah Flawless Victory.
Such a good song.
We were just
dude.
jamming it. We were jamming on the
so
way.
Catchy. It's so there's so much rhythm. It's so good.
At night, like I was sleeping in the basement of our house. I don't even know why anymore, but for some reason I was sleeping there, and and then I just had this like melody in my head, and then I went up to the piano, like within 5 minutes, I think the song was there. But sometimes I have these kind of inputs. I don't know from where, but yeah, that's
just that creative gene, you know.
Hopefully, it was really. Hey, it's catchy. It was fun to listen. It's fun listen. Hopefully, you're making more. Is there more down the line?
Yes, there is. I just have to keep enough time for the movies.
Oh yeah.
We'll see. There will be more.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Yeah, it was a blast talking to you.
It was a blast talking to you. We loved you in Mortal Kombat. We hope you come back a zombie.
I kind of just hope you come back normal, but zombie would be cool too.
Honestly, everything you do in the future, we are going to be keeping an eye out because you are one talented guy, and I can't wait to see what you bring to this world.
Absolutely.
Thank you again for coming on. Is there anything you would like to plug? Social media? Anything we missed?
Well, do you mean my social media?
Yes.
Stuff? Well, check out my Instagram. Check out my Twitter. Make sure you listen to Flawless Victory, my
Absolutely
first single out there right now, and yeah.
All right. Well,
thank you very much.
Thank you so much for coming on the show. Talk to you later, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Have a good one. Bye.
Yeah, you too.
Hello, it's Opinions and Beer. I'm Adam.
And I'm Keenan.
We just interviewed Max Huang.
We did.
From Mortal Kombat as Kung Lao.
We did.
And now it's time for the beer of the day.
We did. I'm sorry, I wasn't really listening.
And today's
I was just on autopilot.
beer of the day is brought to you by 903 Brewers. This is a French Toast Stout. A descendant beer inspired by a breakfast classic, our French Toast Stout is loaded with maple and vanilla, then given a finishing pinch of cinnamon and nutmeg spice. Roasty malt and creamy lactose round out sweet additions to be enjoyed at Breckel and Boulogne. All right, let's see if I have COVID again.
9. I mean, I know are we pretending like this is our first time tasting it?
Yes.
All right, wait, hold on. Then retract my 9. Wait. 9.
9?
Yeah. Oh, it's really good.
It's really beery to me.
Yeah, and it's really French toasty also.
Is it?
It's such a great fucking blend. Like, you either get the one that's like, there's not enough beer taste and all you're tasting is the flavor that they added, or there's not enough of the flavor and all you're tasting is beer, and this is fucking perfect blend.
I am completely worried that I'm losing my taste again.
Well, I thought it was like permanent. Like, you get COVID once and you never
think
taste
so?
anything for the rest of your life ever.
No. You get it back, but it's like
A decade? Yeah, I
I'm
understand.
scared. No, I'm scared that my taste is just butchered. I need to find
From COVID. And like, bro, I'm a beer reviewer. You can't do this to me.
No, yeah, dude. I really am slightly worried that like I can't taste. What do you taste? What are you tasting?
Just straight up like, it's weird because there's so
Do you
many
taste-
tastes and
Do you taste maple?
Yes, but it's not them. It's
Okay, well then, okay, I'm good. Okay,
it's
I'm like,
cinnamon is the top flavor.
okay, there we are.
Yeah, it's not you, it's the beer. And you're right, like
Okay, because
maple should be the top flavor, and it's
like that last French toast beer we had.
Well,
Remember the last French toast beer we had, and it had maple in it?
Yeah,
It
well, I
tasted
think,
more maple than.
that's not the hallmark of a French toast taste, because it is up to you whether or not you add syrup.
How
to
about
your
the vanilla?
French toast. That's more of an accent. Thing about vanilla is like you don't. It's kind of like you don't realize you're tasting it when it's there. But if you were to try the same substance without vanilla, then you'd realize what the vanilla is doing to the substance.
Pairs with black coffee, bacon, and brunch.
It fucking does.
Brewed in can in Sherman, Texas. This French toast stout is 7%. Is it? What's it say?
Yeah, man, that's pretty.
7.5% alcohol by volume. It's kind of low for a stout.
Well, that's just it. But I bet you that's.
But
on
I'm sure it's
purpose,
basic. Yeah.
because it's like literally meant to be drank and for brunch. You know, it's a brunch beer. And you can't be getting hammered at brunch, Adam. You have to go back to work.
I'm personally not getting the complete French toast experience with this beer like I have with other beers. However, the taste is on point. The stoutness is on point. This is like the.
Wait, you can't. How do you say you're not getting a French toasty vibe, but the taste is on point?
I'm saying the
you're not
taste. I mean, as far as enjoyability, the enjoyability taste factor is on point. I am enjoying this beer as I drink it. I'm just not getting the.
It's funny.
The egg. That's what it is.
There's something.
Maybe the egg. Maybe
Yeah.
that other
You're
beer.
not getting the egg.
The other beer had that doughy, that egg.
It was just a thicker stout for as far as
Maybe that's what it
stoutness
is.
go.